Appreciate you hanging with us. The tornado warning is coming up towards Peachtree City. Anybody in our northernmost counties traveling there may want to kind of take it easy and watch these areas as well. I'm going to walk over here on the big screen. Meteorologist Cody Nickel is also on here as well, and he's going to be showing us what's happening right around Georgia State Route 154. Moving north of Peachtree City, we'll end up seeing a potential tornado. But this, at this point, seems to be rather tight, but it's not your typical, and it looks like it's a little weak, and hopefully it'll become more broad here. But that is the only warning that we have right now. So in these neighborhoods here, anywhere around State Route 154 all the way up towards Bowbrook Lane and 34, you'll see that if you're following us in the northern counties. And you can see the circulation with that. The inflow is coming right towards the radar site, as you can see right there spinning there. That's the Peachtree City radar. And up to the north. So that's like your classic signature looking at that. And anybody north of Long Street and just south of State Route 34, as you know, when you get into those areas in Noonan, that's exactly where that potential tornado could be in those neighborhoods. Now, compared a little bit farther south, for folks around Hogansville, Northern, Meriwether, and Troop, those areas, Luthersville, that is just right now looking at straight line winds. We had a little bit of rotation on there. Tornado possible, but we haven't seen anything yet. Farther south than that, we go to Pine Mountain, Hamilton, in portions of Lee County. Past River Road, it is clear now. But if you are in areas you could see coming towards Shiloh, right in the Waverly Hall area, just north of Waverly Hall, really, in points northward in the Pine Mountain Valley, and in moving towards probably just south of Warm Springs is where we're seeing those strong winds, which will be headed towards Manchester, then eventually going into Woodland. In Talbotton, we're going to keep an eye on that too. If you're right along State Route 315 northward into State Route 208 and 36, where Georgia State Route 36 all kind of come together there. So there could be some wind gusts, and what we're seeing right now haven't been too impressive, so that's some good news. Good news is we're not seeing the fierce damaging wind with this, despite the fact that we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Harrison, Meriwether, northern Muskogee, and Talbot counties. Muskogee are so far south of it, not that we're not including you in that, but we don't really see much with it right now in Columbus. Just some very heavy rain. If you're in Chautauqua Road East, areas Flat Rock down to Vista Terrace, anywhere around the Pratt and Whitney area, that's the area that we're going to end up seeing some strong wind gusts and some very heavy rain with this coming up. And that is all advancing eastward as we speak. Eventually into Eupatoy, just stay with us right along US 80. You know what's going to happen. The winds and the rains are going to be coming on hard. But the severe warning is just up to your north. And at this point, the big picture showing us that's it. I mean, we don't see too much more. It seems like this is more Columbus northward. Anywhere to the south, it's been quite linear. No storms even as far south as the coast. And we get into Barber County, we'll watch that too, but that's just merely just some wind gusts. It looks like Russell County, you're seeing some strong winds probably coming out of that too. It's starting to bow a little bit. We look for those echo returns. And again, if you're in Stewart County, be ready. Richland, that is what we call classic, just bowing out in some winds that are coming in here, strong winds. Probably, if we do something on that, I wouldn't expect it more than 30 miles an hour. Just looking, I'm just guessing. And Cody Nickel look at about 32 to 27, 38. There's a 40 gust coming towards Omaha. So if you guys are in this area, expect the winds to pick up here. And this kind of winds, too, could topple over some weakened trees. So this is a big wind event, and that's why the risk level was kind of high. It's covering a lot of real estate, and that's what we're seeing right now. And even to the south of that, too. If you're down in Clayton and areas of Barber County, that, too, will have some strong winds as well. We can even give you some ideas what that is. It's probably going to be similar, almost identical to what's going on farther north, anywhere from 30 to mid-20s, again, with winds with that as well, as it moves into the Eufaula area. But it could accelerate a little bit, and we're not even looking at areas in the Georgia side yet. In Pike County, you're clear. Union Springs, you're clear. Hurtsboro, you're clear, and I would suspect that the severe thunderstorm watch should be ending in about 18 minutes for you guys across East Alabama, if it hasn't already. But you guys are clear now. If you're in Tuskegee and Macon County, you're clear. Good news. If you're in Auburn, good news, you're clear right now. There's still a front coming through tonight, and that front will pick up the winds a little bit, but we're not expecting severe weather. Chambers County, you're clear. Valley, Lynette, you're clear. West Point, you're clear. LaGrange, you're clear. Pine Mountain, downtown Pine Mountain, you're clear right now. Off to the southeast, Pine Mountain Valley, you're still seeing the heavy rain as it goes into southern Meriwether County, into Manchester, and into Warm Springs. As far as Shiloh, you're in the thick of things right now. as far as a heavy rain. In Waverly Hall, you still have another round of some very heavy rain coming in with some wind gusts probably up to 30 to 40 that we're estimating now, despite the severe thunderstorm warning that we have here. So that's some good news. We are streaming on YouTube and on Facebook, but YouTube channel, thanks for subscribing, liking us here, and any questions or answers, we'll let you know. But the good news is we're clearing everybody in East Alabama. This is it, and this is a good sign. So that's why we're here, to let you know. Calm minds, calm nerves, we're good. If you're in Chattahoochee County, you still got some strong wind gusts headed your way. If you're in Russell County right now, it should be clearing pretty much. I would say that's pretty much out of here. The heavy embedded rain and thunderstorms are still rolling here, but the severe threat is out, and it's moving off to the east quickly as it comes into extreme eastern portions of Russell County, and then eventually moving into Chattahoochee County and Stewart County in Georgia. So you could see how it's bowing right now. So all the way from Fort Benning, as far south, all the way into Eufaula pretty soon, that is just nothing but wind and very heavy rain. That's what we're looking at. And Cody Nichols here telling us the same thing. Meteorologist Cody Nichols, what do you got? I don't think there's much more than that.
Yeah, there's not much more than that. We've only had, those couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that were issued for Lee County. We did have a report of hail up around the Salem area, of quarter-size hail up to golf ball. That's why we got that warning initially across the area, and then that's why it was extended into parts of Harris County. And we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for the extension of this up here through parts of Shiloh, including Shiloh, Warm Springs, Manchester, Woodland, and areas off towards the east into parts of Thomaston and parts of Pike County, Georgia. 60-mile-per-hour winds and also some quarter-size hail with this. So this warning continues. It's been this system right here along this line has been a little bit more potent than the other ones, with the severe activity of the tornadic variety just riding north of our area around the Noonan area and then coming up into parts of the South Metro. So we did get an extension of that warning all the way to 1:30, so 45 more minutes, including northern Talbot County, parts of extreme northeast Harris County, including the community of Shiloh, some of the valley plains up there before you get back up into areas of Pine Mountain, and then Manchester, Collegiate Springs, Warm Springs, all of those areas included in that warning. Which is a severe thunderstorm warning as that pushes off. It kind of looks kind of disorganized, but it's still packing quite a little bit of a punch there with some of these wind gusts. Let's clock them about 20, 25, 20, so right there around just under severe criteria. But still, these, you never know. You could get some areas to ramp up as it continues to push off towards the east. Yeah,
that's some good news. And if you guys you're in these areas, you see any damage or you think you suspected something else, stay safe. If you're on our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, like us, and comment. Go ahead and comment. We can interact with you a little bit, and we like to do that just to kind of update you, educate you. If you're in East Alabama watching, we can tell you if you're clear or not at this point. So as Cody just pointed out, that rotation is quite broad from Warm Springs all the way back down to Shiloh in the eastern part of the state, or the county, excuse me. Woodland all the way back up into Meriwether County. That's where that wind is starting to excel here. And when it comes into some of the area, it's a little bit more humid. We may see those winds as picking up to about 40. So the good news is here, if you're just tuning in on the YouTube channel, nothing has been destructive or anything that I would be concerned about, except the fact that we do have heavy rain, thunderstorm winds, a lot of lightning out there, which is moving quickly out of the area. Pine Mountain, you're clear now from the threat of any severe weather, despite that polygon still on there. Hamilton, southeast, where we're doing good. And that warning right there, that should be certainly expiring. It's the one that's going into areas of Talbot, Manchester, into Warm Springs or Meriwether County. The big picture, that's what we're showing you. If you're in Alabama, and I'm talking about Troup County, Georgia, too. Troup, even though you had that tornado warning up in Coweta, that's not even impacting Troup County anymore. So Troup, Chambers, Lee County, where Cody Nichols has this all the way down here, Pike County, Alabama, moving into Barber, you're not clear yet. Southeast Russell, you're still seeing some very strong winds moving into Stewart and Chattahoochee counties. But if you're in West Point, if you're in Auburn, Opelika, Tuskegee, Hurtsboro, Troy, all these areas on the west side of that white line, you are clear. Do we have anybody asking questions? Somebody's asking about Marion County. Marion County, you're not even in it yet. So Marion County, stay with us. You're going to see some wind gusts probably up to 30, maybe up to 40. Here's Marion County. You're clear right now. So Buena Vista's clear. Even Casita off to your west and areas around Chattahoochee County is beginning to see it coming in. So just to give you some ideas. So we're probably looking at that. We'll put a little a track on that, and we're probably looking at that. It's still moving. I was tracking 37 miles an hour there, Cody. So it should be still good on max 2. And that would put us at, we'll see, when he's going to go ahead and update that. So if you're in Marion County, that would put us somewhere around Buena Vista, central Marion County, around 130 or so. So we still got probably at least another hour, less than an hour, 45 minutes figure. So it's coming quickly. Nothing along this line has us too concerned at all. Just stay with us on the YouTube channel, as we said. You can subscribe and like us for future events, and feel free to keep interacting with us, the folks that are on there right now, which is fine. So from Hurtsboro all the way points farther south, we're still seeing that as well, but everything is moving east into west central Georgia now. And this is moving quickly, so this will be over with, we figure, probably within the next couple of hours, it'll be out of Sumter County, and we'll be good to go. So Reynolds, 152. Butler, you can see the far east point would be about 138. We said Buena Vista around 128. Casita, Chattahoochee County is coming up at top of the hour. It's 10-2. So within 10 minutes, Casita, be ready for that. And Elbeck probably coming up around 50 minutes too. Go ahead.
Got a new severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, what's that? Crawford too. Let's talk about Crawford. It's clear. Yeah, Crawford, and we got a new severe thunderstorm warning, as Cody said. So if you were in Crawford, this is your energy. So Crawford, Alabama, you're clear. Ladonia, you're clear. All to the west, you're clear. It's going to be raining and storm still, but the severe threat's clear for you. So you guys are good. So Columbus, you're clear right now. So even Columbus, Georgia is clear. If you're in Fort Benning, you're not clear. And if you're in Stewart County, Omaha, Georgetown, even as far south, you're going to be seeing some strong wind gusts. Casita, you're going to be getting some strong wind gusts too. And it'll be in the Casita area, as we said, coming up at about top of the hour in about 10 minutes. So if you're in Casita, this line will be here right at the top of the hour, right along US 27. And then coming into Buena Vista, probably within at least the next 40 minutes or so. And then Buena Vista, you can see it off to the east part of the screen as Cody is showing us the track, putting us right there. Buena Vista around 127, Casita about 102. Okay, and it's 12:50 right now. And this is Eastern time we're talking about now for East Alabama. Most of East Alabama is doing good. The only county we're looking at in East Alabama is Barber County, but you're not under a warning. You just got some wind gusts, probably up to 30 or so. And we'll get down to Barber County if we need to. Thanks for subscribing and liking and interacting with us. And give us any reports that you had after the squall line passes. So again, we're live streaming. We're not on News 3. This isn't warning any life-threatening, but it could be anytime there's winds and trees. We just want to make sure you're safe. Here to comfort and let you know that this event is looking good so far. But we've got to wait for it to be completely out of the area, because it's coming in an area around Richland, Georgia, for example, shortly, where the air is starting to warm up even more. We're in the low 70s now. A lot of high humidity, and a lot can happen in this time, Cody.
And speaking of that, the morning has been what we call very stable. We had the low clouds, we had that fine little mist, and that's kind of capped our atmosphere for most of the morning, and that's kind of why the activity is starting a little bit later than anticipated. We just got that little flare up right here at the right around midday, but overall, most of the morning, as these storms marched across parts of Alabama, they behaved. They were just below severe criteria, as they didn't have that instability. We still have a lot of shear associated with this front, but overall we're starting to see some of the intensity in this start to pick up, especially now that we're seeing some of the cap being eroded. We're getting those warmer temperatures at the surface, and now we're getting these thunderstorms to build and strengthen. So we'll run you through the warning right now. Heavy torrential rainfall on the south side of Columbus, down there just around south of Victory Drive, the Oxbow Meadows area, including areas of Fort Benning now under this severe thunderstorm warning that is moving off towards the east at a good clip. They're not very fast, but they're moving at a good movement off towards the east, around 50 miles per hour here from the Carter Acres area all the way even down to Omaha. And this is moving towards the Buena Vista area, the community of Doyle, Brantley, Glen Alta, and then Casita. And then also we are watching energy down towards the south, which has prompted a tornado warning just outside of the News 3 viewing area down here in parts of Enterprise. So that is definitely something to potentially worth watching as that moves off towards the east. And not really seeing much in terms of rotation there, but overall we're definitely we'll watch that as it continues to push off towards the east. But overall, some heavy rain right here across Columbus. We have a severe thunderstorm warning up towards the north for parts of Manchester, Warm Springs, the Woodbury area, Woodland, areas around Thomaston, outside of the News 3 viewing area, and also Pike County, Georgia, not including Zebulon, but does include Meansville, Molina, there on the southern end of the small county of Pike County in Georgia. And then going and revisiting the tornado warning back up here across Noonan, Peachtree City. I think this is actually a new tornado warning moving towards the Fayetteville area. So definitely going to be impacting some of the southern suburbs of Atlanta through Forest Park, Stockbridge, and then over here towards the southeastern side of Atlanta. So that is definitely going to cause some headaches up there towards the Atlanta metro area.
Yeah, if you have any travel plans there, Cody, I'm glad you're kind of highlighting that. Kayla Mitchell thanking us. We appreciate you, Kayla, for staying with us. Liking and subscribing, whatever you need to do to keep you guys safe. All this is just kind of informing and resting minds. As Cody just said, the strongest storm portion is farther north, and if you are headed up to 185 and you have to head up into Atlanta, keep that in mind. But you're now beginning to see you're on the west side of the worst part of the system. So if you're in Crawford, Alabama, Ladonia, just to repeat again, Hurtsboro, Union Springs, Tuskegee, Auburn, Opelika, Valley, Lynette, West Point, and we're talking about LaGrange, you are clear right now. Barber County, you're not clear yet, and we're watching farther south. Stewart County, we saw through Richland. Those storms are now coming into Chattahoochee County and northern Stewart. That's where some of those wind gusts can be strong. And even around Clayton now, these winds are starting to pick up all the way down to Arrington and into the Eufaula area here really shortly, which will cross right into Clay and Quitman counties in a little while. But Quitman, you'll be first. And the tornado warning that Cody was pointing out, not really defined yet. It's Doppler indicated. Looking at any time here down there in the Enterprise area, it's already past Enterprise, headed towards Ozark. But when it gets to Headland and starts to, if it does lift north and east, if you were in Shorterville now, and if you were over in Bluffton in the News 3 viewing area, right here in Clay County, just be on the lookout. We just want to watch this. I think it's going to remain well south of you, but that line is pretty strong with winds, and we're going to watch it. So if you're in Bluffton or Blakely even, just keep in mind there could be some very strong winds, even to the north of that warning area. So we're not worried about that coming your way, but we're going to keep an eye on that. Cuthbert, Randolph County, Richland, you're still in the potential. Plains, I want to say hi to my friend Jan down there. We were talking the other night, had a good day. I know Jan likes to watch us in Americus. We still got to watch these areas. Ellaville, we haven't let Sly County out of the woods yet. Taylor County, Buffalo Simon, our Skywatcher, and the Talbot counties as well. We're watching this as well. Columbus, Georgia itself, Phoenix City is clear. Harris County right now is pretty much clear, except just some heavy rain and thunderstorms as it's exiting out of Harris County. Waverly Hall, it's just moving just to east. It's going into Talbot County here shortly. So the severe storm threat here is clear. It's just very heavy rain and storms. So if you're in here all the way down to Turntime Crossroads, Harris Road, those areas going right into Ellerslie is starting to clear right now. So you guys are clear. It's still a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of rain, but the strong portion that we're concerned about is out. So your severe threat is going to be ending here within a few minutes. And we were tracking this through Buena Vista down in Marion County, a little bit farther off to the east, southeast, and it's going to be there probably roughly about just in a few minutes. In fact, you're going to see some strong winds. Talbotton's in that line, Geneva's in that line, Woodland. But again, everything west of that line, Hamilton, Pine Mountain Valley, clear. Manchester, clear. Warm Springs is clear now, and that's some good news. All of Troup County's clear. Chambers County clear. All of Lee County clear. That's good news there. We're talking about everybody in Macon County, including Tuskegee, Bullitt County clear, Pike County, Alabama clear, and now even looking at areas in Eufaula not clear. In Omaha, we're still going to keep you in that wind threat here to the north part of that. So southern Russell County getting just one more round of some strong winds that continues all the way into central Barber. But Clio and Clayton, you guys are clear right now too. Even though it's a lot of thunder, the strong squall is out of your area as it heads towards areas of Clay, Quitman, Randolph. We're looking at Marion, Sumter, Sly, Taylor, Talbot, and we're talking about Chattahoochee counties and Barber County in Alabama are still what we're watching right now. And that'll continue, as you can see. Meteorologist Cody Nichols still highlighting that severe thunderstorm warning for Chattahoochee, Marion, Stewart, and Webster counties. In Webster, I haven't mentioned you as well, and I apologize I didn't say anything. But what we see here are winds that are more flowing outward. Not any kinks that we see that would be anything of concern of more damaging wind threat or even a tornado development. But if we look at those winds, they're from 20 to 25 miles per hour. So still a straight line wind of that, and it comes in, it covers all that real estate, could snap a couple branches in around this tree line area, especially in those areas that are more populated in Casita. A lot of trees in Casita, you guys know what we're talking about, and that's headed your way in just a matter of minutes. And if you're on US 26, I say US 26, excuse me, US 280, but Georgia State Route 26, it's moving all the way towards Buena Vista, that same outward of line. So expect those 20, maybe ramping up a little bit to 30 to 35 by the time it comes into Buena Vista. And you guys will be seeing those winds. And hail hasn't been really, we detected a little hail earlier, Cody, right? It was, but we haven't seen much yet. But we did see some hail cores that were roughly maybe just under an inch that we saw. You could see here in Butler, Georgia, in Taylor County, it looks like there's a little hail signature in Meriwether earlier, but that's already dissipated with that thunderstorm as it marched eastward. So that's where we're at. Liking us, subscribing, interact with us here on YouTube channel. We love to do that all the time. We have one question for you. Let's see if we can answer that. Oh. Oh, from Opelika, Mary Woods. You're clear. Good to see our friends in Opelika. You guys are good. That's good. Thanks for watching and tuning in. And you can stay on as long as you like. There you go. But the good news is Opelika is clear. All of East Alabama is clear except for, we'll just say Barber County for now, okay? Our West Central Georgia county is clear. Our Meriwether and Troup and now Harris County, the worst is out of Harris County. Muskogee County is clear. So that's some good news. Chattahoochee, you're not. You're also not clear in Sumter, Sly, Webster, Taylor, and into Talbot County, eastern Talbot now. It's coming into Talbotton as we speak. Just some strong winds, and that is about it. So the severe thunderstorm warnings that are to the south of Columbus is moving into areas of Marion County. It's exiting out of Chattahoochee and Muskogee, and eventually they'll go out. Now, the tornado warning that we're highlighting to the south is going to continue to be south of Fort Gaines. So if you're in areas of Clay County, Georgia, just stay with us. Right now, that is moving more of an easterly trajectory. So it may potentially, we're looking at, see how far south it is in Daleville. That's likely going to continue to be south of you all. But that line itself has a lot of winds with it. To the south of that line, we do have a Doppler indicated tornado. Nothing confirmed. And you can see the rotation on it. Not terribly impressive, but it is certainly starting to rotate and tightening up. So Newton, people in Newton, should seek shelter just to be sure. The Gerald area, the Farrell Road area, Georgia State Route 85 to the west of that. The County Road is certainly just to the east of you. So County Road 124 is clear, but the Gerald community to the north needs to seek shelter from Farrell Road going into Georgia State Route 249. And this will all pass south of Clay County, Georgia. Go ahead.
Robert says power is out in Hurtsboro.
Okay, Hurtsboro, we have power out reported. Thank you, Robert, for that report. We want these reports coming in. So Hurtsboro, Alabama is without power and likely a tree toppled over with that line, or assuming that, and that's why it's out. So thank you, Robert, for the report, power outage. That's why it's good to stream with us on YouTube. Save this channel, subscribe to it, or you can share it. And let's get folks certainly updated when they need it the most, and it's been quite helpful in that regard. So we do have one power outage, and Cody, if we can, I wonder if we just do, I don't know how the storm reports would look right now, probably not much. We've got some broad circulation around the Molina area, Woodbury, coming into Thomaston.
What do you want to do?
Just see any storm reports. Just to
storm
click
reports.
You could click it on that if you want.
Yeah.
Just curious to see.
Just that hail report and tree down, which
Okay.
let me query the tree one.
Yep. Give you some reports coming in. So Lee County, Opelika, we have trees down right along parts of Highway 280. So that's pretty busy corridor. And it gets, even though it gets up through there, you get into the 4 lanes, you got to watch those areas. Please be careful. There was hail with that storm, so it makes sense that that thunderstorm was pretty intense at that time. It's clear now. You guys are clear there, but watch for any potential hazards on the road. And we said down in, we had some power outages that we said around Hurtsboro, Alabama for our friends there, and coming into Russell County and out of Macon County, Alabama. So, and thank you for that report. I think it was Larry. I think it was Larry Robert? Oh, Robert. It was just Robert. I'm sorry. Sorry, Robert. And south of Columbus now, southeast Muskogee is still seeing some strong winds and heavy rain, but that's exiting out. It's headed towards Marion County now. Chattahoochee, Casita, you're good. You're clear from the worst part of it, but it's still a lot of lightning around there, so it's not saying go outside. It's clear from any threat of severe weather. Richland, it's headed towards your way. Omaha, you're good right now. And coming into Georgetown, just be ready. You're going to be seeing that line coming right to Eufaula. If you're in Eufaula, we're going to be seeing some strong winds with that. And then eventually coming into Buena Vista, Ellaville, Georgia, Preston, Weston, and Webster County. Clay, Quitman, Randolph, it's coming your way as well with some strong winds. And you can see that trail going down the south, Cody. I don't think you had any more. Do we have any more? That was it. There's only storm reports.
Just those two that were the only ones that have come in so far.
And then the power outage report from Robert.
And we had some hail reported earlier across part of the Birmingham Metro. That's about it.
Good. This is a good story so far. East Alabama, very shortly. Once we get to, we got to make sure you follow. You guys are okay. We'll let you know here as it's coming through. And you could see the history back here. We had a few trees in Mississippi that were down in Columbus, Mississippi, and then hail came into the Tuskegee area in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, pardon me. But that's it. And the only last report was over in Lee County in Opelika. Tree down and some hail. Florida, a lot of wind down in Florida, just so you know, right along Interstate 10 and just inland, not so much the coast, but you can see where the wind down there, that means there's just a lot of wind reported. We don't even talk about damage. So we're faring quite well as you look at this picture. So not a lot of damage so far. We have some reported power outages, but overall, the story's good across East Alabama. So you guys are going to be getting, the worst is almost over except for Eufaula. And we're watching Eufaula south, and then we're going to be watching all of West Central Georgia. But West Central Georgia, if you're in Meriwether County, it's clear. If you're in Troup County, you're clear. If you're in Harris County, you're clear. If you're in Muskogee County, you're clear pretty much now. It's already east of you. If you're in Marion, you're not clear. If you're in Casita, it's just passing through you now. So extreme southeast Chattahoochee County, it's still there, so don't give up just yet. It's almost out. We're only looking at 20, 30 mile per hour winds. In Buena Vista, it's headed your way with some potential wind gusts, 20, I'd say 40 at the worst case scenario, even under this warning, because it's such a lot of real estate along this line. You've got to be prepared at any given time. You could see some strong winds that could be damaging, Cody.
Yes, this is where we're kind of seeing the strongest winds right now. Over portions of Chattahoochee County, more so the areas of Fort Benning across parts of Chattahoochee County. That's where we're seeing most of the rain right now. It is coming up into parts of Casita right now with some torrential rainfall. And also some good news, it seems like the lightning intensity has decreased as well. So that is one thing we'll continue to watch. That just means this thunderstorm is kind of weakening a little bit. So that is some great news. Even up here through parts of Talbotton, haven't really seen a lot of lightning. You have to go up into parts of Pike and Upson County to actually find a good cluster of lightning. So that just tells you this storm is a little bit stronger than the one down across parts of Chattahoochee County and even down here across Eufaula. Even though you don't have a severe thunderstorm warning, you're still going to get some of those gusty outflowing winds as it pushes into the city here. So we'll likely see some strong winds moving into parts of Eufaula, sub-severe, which can still bring down some trees and maybe even a brief little power outage here until they can get it restored. But overall, nothing too widespread right now going on across the News 3 viewing area.
And speaking of which, good news, Cody. Folks from Columbus State University on our YouTube channel streaming, thanks for interacting with us too. A good question is, any chances of Columbus State canceling class this afternoon? Well, I cannot do that. As you know, the president would have to do that and their team and staff. There, in my opinion, there will not be severe weather. It's already past you at CSU. But it's up to the university. Maybe there's somebody who got stuck or a class may get canceled. Check with your professors, please. I'm just saying that the severe weather is past you already. So this afternoon, there would be no reason to cancel because of severe weather. So that's the good news for those who want to go to class. But check with your professor. I didn't say that it's because somebody maybe had to cancel. Maybe this was disruptive for them. But the good news is severe weather has passed CSU, past Columbus right now. It's just rain and thunderstorms as we speak, and it's moving towards Eufaula, Baker Hill. These areas will end up across Barber County, getting some strong winds here within the next 2 minutes or so. It's 1:08 Eastern, 12:08 Central Time. So it's just right after the noon hour here in Eufaula and Baker Hill. And then eventually it's moving into the areas of Stewart County. And then if you're areas of Stewart, back down into areas right here, Quitman, and then we'll get into Clay, Randolph, into Webster County, and into areas around Richland, Georgia, northeast portions of that, and Lumpkin, Georgia, for Lumpkin residents. You're going to be seeing some heavy rain. And it's strong wind gusts north of Lumpkin. So Lumpkin, I don't even think you guys are going to get much of the winds there. And let's see the backside of that. It looked pretty good. Yeah, that's not impressive at all. It's just to the north of you, really. So about 20 or 30 north, and it's only probably 13 or 14 around Lumpkin. So in Richland, about the same as it heads eastward on that. So that's some good news. So everybody west of this is clear. East Alabama, except areas of Baker Hill and Eufaula, are not clear, but everybody else in East Alabama is clear right now from any in our news reviewing area that watches us. Clayton, you're clear right now. So western Barber County and central Barber County, you're clear. The squall line is moving through Eufaula right now as we speak. And Pike County, most of Pike County is clear as well. Here's a live picture right now. Let's just show you Toomer's Corner getting a dousing right now. It's not as bad as it was at noon or 11 o'clock Central. Meteorologist Cody Nickel was on at the noon show or the 11 o'clock show here in Lee County. So this is about it. You know, folks with the umbrella, it's pretty good now. Now it's the cleanup time. Good luck trying to get that TP off the trees when it's wet. It's the worst. So there you go. That's what happens when you win. That's what happens when you win games. Okay, so as it starts to move off to the east now, Stewart County, you're going to be seeing some strong wind gusts. This is a little bit more impressive coming out of Casita, headed towards Buena Vista. That definitely has some strong wind gusts with it right around Georgia State Route 355. There's a little good gusts there, actually, right now. You can see a 37 gust. You can see that. And right around south of that, about 20 mile per hour gust. But that 37 to 40 right around Georgia State Route 355, it's all north of Buena Vista, but this will be more northern Marion County as you get into the areas north on Georgia State Route 41 here. Look for that line coming in here with gusts potentially up to 40 miles an hour. And then that southern part of it's still coming through Buena Vista and then going into Georgia State Route 137. So anybody west of 137, 127 State Route, right through there, that was wind gusts are coming your way. No tornadoes with it, and we're just seeing some stronger wind gusts. That's it, and that's some good news. And East Alabama right now is clear from any threat except for Eufaula and areas around Baker Hill all the way south, but that's it. So if you're in East Alabama, all counties, if you're in Georgia counties, Troup, Meriwether, Muskogee, Harris counties are clear, and it's coming into Talbot. But this is a little stronger when you go farther north. Let's get into Stockbridge area when we head up farther north. So if you're traveling north in 75 in central Georgia, definitely broad rotation of tornado possible with this that meteorologist Cody Nickel has. So if you are in this area here, we want to watch this area definitely. If this does tighten up and rotate, could have some damaging wind with it. So that's really the areas we're looking at. We've got another question for you as you interact with us on YouTube. And thanks for, of course, staying with us and subscribing. Quint DeLoach, yes, he's our buddy here. He goes, we had a very small amount of pea-sized hail in Shiloh about a half hour ago. And that's Quint, a good friend of mine, an educator. We appreciate you. And that was Tyler Redmond's middle school math teacher, by the way. I just want to point that out there. So we love Quint. Cody, you met Quint, and we love Quint. Last time I saw Quint, we were doing some exercising on the Man-O-War Trail in Harris County. So, and Quint knows what he's talking about. So we did have some pea-sized hail there, Cody, with that thunderstorm. So again, uneventful except for the people that have no power and the trees were down. But generally speaking, we're doing good. The tornado warnings have been south. They've been Doppler indicated. We have nothing confirmed. Tornadoes possible when you get up near areas north around Stockbridge, Georgia, which is out of the viewing area for us. But for our folks watching us on YouTube streaming, we want to keep that in mind, especially in central Georgia. There could be some energy there. This potential tornado or radar indicated, not really showing too much, as you can see But we look at it, looks more like a wind event. You could see it tightening a little bit still. Coming into Newton area, probably if you are watching us now, getting in that neighborhood there, I would definitely seek shelter quickly because it is moving fast. And it's not confirmed, and I don't want to downplay it, but if it does drop a tornado, it could be a funnel cloud for all we know right now. But it doesn't look that way as we speak. It's just starting to rotate, and it is flowing a little bit in that last scan. It looks like it's flowing outward, so hopefully that's going to just kind of go out here. See the last scan here, and you can see as Cody does it. So there's a little bit. Let me try to get Cody roll that again. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, it just started to tighten up, so it's starting to look like it has a tornado feature, but it's not confirmed yet. So just keep in mind, Newton area, in those areas, this is south of our news reviewing area, nothing on correlation coefficient. We don't see any debris really with it, so that's some good news. All that's kind of anomalous, but ahead of it, but definitely seeing some pea-sized hail in and around these thunderstorms from Ozark southward on Georgia State Route 249, headed towards Lewis and Echo, these areas here. Okay, and north now we go, and we're still seeing Eufaula, seeing the heaviest rain. In downtown Eufaula, you guys are good right now, you know, so we're fine. We might be able to get a shot of that if we can. Our director will be able to get us some. We have a question here, too. What's that?
Nathan wants to know about Americus.
Americus is not in the line yet, so Americus, stay put. Americus, Georgia, it could be, we could probably do a track on that. Cody could do that. Let's see where we are in Americus, how far away it is before we see that line headed your way. So from Plains to Americus, you guys are good. Even to Sly County north, Webster County, it's coming your way. And it's just in the areas of Stewart County now, in northern Stewart County. And there's another round for Stewart County too. So we're looking at Cuthbert around 1:48 Eastern time, the Beatrice area 1:38. Let me go ahead in time. Richland, Georgia, look for about 2:02, top of the 2 o'clock hour. So you get about 45 minutes. Dawson, 21 after the hour of 2. Americus, to answer your question, about 2:43. You can see up here on your screen, expect some strong winds that are coming in here. So we have downed trees in Opelika, power outages reported, pea-sized hail, and that's it. And that's some great news. I mean, not great for who lost a couple trees in Opelika, but no injuries with it, and just some power outages down in Hurtsboro area.
Going to the reports, there was a tree that was struck by lightning in Lee County.
Okay, Lee County. So it could have been lightning struck the tree and it would topple.
No, well, this could be a separate report.
It could be a separate one, too. So we're seeing the damages coming in. But again, most of East Alabama is clear as we speak right now. And Shiloh did have pea-sized hail. I think it was Quinteloach, or bigger. Yeah, pea-sized. That's what Chuck said, too. That's what it is. We measure it by that. So pea-sized hail that was there, that was on our YouTube channel in Shiloh. So if you guys in Shiloh, you're clear now. That line is just east of you now. So the worst is out of Shiloh, and it looks like it's all you guys got with some pea-sized hail, which probably hit some gusts up to 40 miles an hour with that. And south of that line, if you're in Stewart County, again, you got another round coming in. I'm going to clear Barber County right now. Eufaula, this is it, the heaviest rain. So in just a moment here, Alabama counties for the news reviewing area, we'll go south for you guys watching on YouTube, are clear. So East Alabama, the worst part of the storm is out. And right now we only had a few reports of lightning striking a tree down off of US 280 in Opelika, and you guys had some hail reports. But that's it. Troop, Meriwether, Harris, Muskogee, clear. In Meriwether County, clear. Talbot County's clearing, and everybody southeast of that is not clear as this line rushes through. As you can see, the severe thunderstorm warnings continue to move eastward. Buena Vista, it's headed your way now. Casita, you're clear, but it's moving in the extreme east portion of Chattahoochee County now. And then just kind of clipping areas of Webster County, and then going into Sly, Sumter, which we said Sumter County would be coming up at the top of the hour, 21 minutes after the hour, the next hour. So you're roughly about an hour out. But I think it's moving a little faster than we expected. So stay with us, Sumter County. And in the areas of Stewart County, we're watching as well. Clay Quitman in Randolph County right now are certainly watching this closely, especially as it moves out of Eufaula. Baker Hill, it's nothing but a couple thunderstorms there as well. So we're faring real good. This is the good news with the system on Monday. This will be behind the system. We will clear tomorrow, and then we will be good until next weekend. We'll probably have to watch the system Sunday and Monday, about a week from today. Go figure. So good news is, for us, is good. Now, farther south, though, we still have that Doppler indicated tornado as it goes into areas. I keep forgetting the new radar site here. I want to keep saying Fort Rucker. Novacell, thank you, Cody. So Novacell is bringing in this, and it's a very weak, and it looks like it was tightening up here in the last scans. If you're in the Newton area, it's right over you now, potentially. but I'm not seeing an actual physical tornado. But just to the east of Georgia State Route, or Alabama State Route 123, it is moving quickly towards the north and east, and that should keep it out of the news viewing area. But with that, around the Kirkland's Crossroad, if you're watching, I would seek shelter immediately. Around Pinkard, that's all outflowing winds. You got some strong wind gusts coming out of that. So that's some good news right now out of that site. So this is well south of the area, and that's the area that's seeing most of the energy now. We'll keep watching to the south, and anything east is going to be wind gusts up to 40, 45. Stewart County, we're looking at that severe thunderstorm warning. Chattahoochee is exiting now. So again, if you're in Chattahoochee County, you should be pretty good. Marion, it's headed in your area now. We talked about Stewart still affecting you. Webster, it hasn't hit you yet, nor has it hit Sly or areas around Webster County as well, and that's headed your way, as you could see. Plains is in that, so we'll be watching at Preston, Weston. We'll be watching that as well as it moves east, southeast of that area and into Ellaville, Georgia, Cody.
Yes. So a recap of the warnings. We have Chattahoochee, Marion, northern Stewart, and northern Webster. We will likely potentially probably get an extension of that. We'll see what the National Weather Service does. All of our warnings towards the north have expired except for that portion of Talbot County there. This is moving over towards the Thomaston area with the heaviest showers. Mike, your mic is still on, Bob.
Oh, sorry about that.
And then down here towards the south, we're doing pretty good other than that heavy rainfall along US 431. So I know that's creating some travel issues, even if you're not under a warning with that heavy rainfall along US 431, moving into parts of Eufaula there. We got a tornado warning towards the south, and we also have a tornado warning towards the north outside of the News Reviewing area in some of the southeastern suburbs of Atlanta. This is Henry, Newton, and Rockdale, north of the McDonough area. This is heading towards the Covington area, also near Conyers as well. So this is up in that area with just some weak rotation, nothing confirmed, been on radar this so far today, Bob.
Yeah, and we're seeing that. We're seeing even the folks on the YouTube channel, you guys are dipping in and dipping out, and it's good. We're just letting you know as you clear out, you guys are good. So we're here to kind of put in perspective, looking good. So we're like on bookends. Anywhere along that line, as we said, somewhere in the region there'd be a tornado warning, but nothing has been confirmed. And we've seen it, but in the news reviewing area, it's been severe thunderstorm warnings. And even adding the perspective to that, we haven't seen considerable damage, just a tree struck by lightning potentially, separate from another incident where a tree's down in Opelika. But you guys are clear now from the worst part of the storm. So everything is moving eastward and less threat. Whenever there's a wind threat, never downplay, because most injuries and deaths are caused by wind, believe it or not, events. Not so much tornadoes. People think tornadoes, it has to be a tornado. But the extent of the system is such a long, broad line, that's why we have everybody, on alert, because you want to make sure, hey, look, weather aware, because we're looking at disruptive weather. Casita, Chattahoochee County's clear now, and I would say Stewart County is beginning to clear. Marion County, Buena Vista, we're still seeing some across areas around Buena Vista. This is all kind of falling apart. This is live level 2 radar, so it's looking like just kind of a disorganized mess. Baldwin County in Alabama, I could tell you right now, you guys, let's go down to Baldwin, because these guys, we're not looking at anything really major down here. If we're in Baldwin, you're clear. Baldwin's clear. So if you're watching this at Baldwin, you do have some thunderstorms there, but you are clear right now in Baldwin County. You have no threat of severe weather. In fact, even Pensacola is clear from any threat of anything significant. The line, I would say Panama City Beach is not clear. These areas, Laguna Beach, these areas, the Freeport area it's passing through right now. When you get along US 331 south going into the areas of Florida. And when it gets into areas in the Spanish Fort off to the west is clear, of course. But when you get in this part of the Bay Area, it is going to be a little bit more stormier. And then eventually going into Destin, Fort Walton, that's starting to clear right now too. So that's good news. But Panama City, you're going to be seeing obviously some thunderstorm activity coming in here. And you could see it's very spotty thunderstorms. Nothing discrete that would have it as a supercell variety. Very much linear line that's producing some kinks along the line with the potential some strong winds. So if we did one nice little track south of Omaha, you're clear now, and you follow your
Warning for clay equipment and Randolph.
Yeah, there you go. As we said, so we'll be watching Clay Quitman Randolph. So you guys are in that warning now.
You want to track?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll track it for you guys from Benevolence, Cuthbert, all the way back down, Coleman, Bluffton, Fort Gaines. That includes you, Cuthbert. We're saying that as well. Let's give you Abbeville, south of Barber County. That's the same line till about 28 minutes after your noon hour. Randolph County, Cuthbert, 150. Shellman in the areas around Clay County, about 207. Dawson, 223. Sumter County, Plains and Americus coming up around 230. So less than an hour. And by the time it's in Leesburg, it's before 3 o'clock. And it'll be out of the entire news viewing area at this time. So those watching on YouTube, thanks for liking, subscribing, and thanks for your questions in area. Dothan from JD. JD, how are you? Dothan right now, you're still seeing some strong winds down there because it's coming out of areas of Enterprise. So Dothan, you're going to be seeing some strong winds. That tornado warning is north of you in Dothan. So the Wiregrass area going to be seeing some winds probably gusting here. You're under a warning, tornado possible. So Dothan, just kind of be on the lookout. Rehoboth, Hartford, it just moved to the east. But the Dothan metro area, you're going to be seeing some strong winds. So we'll keep an eye on this too, because in this area here, in that polygon, it looks like they're to the south of you, there's a tornado possible, but you're under the warning for strong winds. But to the north, that's where all the energy is. So Dothan, it's kind of missing. You could see around Midland City, and it's almost riding right along Alabama State Route 134. So north of here, South County Road 59, potential tornado. I wouldn't really call that debris, but it kind of looked like it. But if you're in SB Street, there you go. There might be something with that, Cody. Around the Sylvan Grove area, I don't know if it's not matching up. The scans might be off a little bit, but
yeah, I think that is debris.
It is a little debris. So that could have been actually a confirmed tornado. Although it's saying not confirmed, it could be in a very desolate area. As you can see, the neighborhoods to the south, looks like it's pretty wooded through here. So from SB Street here, so if you're in Sylvan Grove, north of Dothan, JD, there it looks like we possibly had a little tornado kind of drop real quick and came up. It looked like it picked up a little debris. As Cody and I are looking at that signature there. But it's moving off towards the east through County Road 14 and around Sylvan Grove. County Road 14, I would go ahead and seek shelter immediately. Headland, Georgia, and Newville, I would seek shelter too. I would get in your safe spot now. You could stay right here on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and we'll let you know. These are the areas that look like there's anything that could potentially be more of a hazard or threat. With what looked like to us, we saw some debris, and it probably didn't hit anybody in a populated area. It looks like it maybe got some tree debris or something like that. Fort Novacell, that too looks like it's headed towards the radar site. Go back down to Fort Novacell. I think it's to the east of that now, so I think we should be pretty good there if we kind of lift it up a little bit. It's not really a site, but yeah, you guys are pretty good. So, JD, you're good in that area. But Dothan, just stay with us, JD, because you do definitely have some strong winds and some thunderstorms there. So, to the south you go, that would be it. So, you're doing okay. Headland area, those areas there, you can see I would be seeking shelter. Now, Newville, likely going to be okay. Sylvan Grove looks like there's a little debris there. So, I wouldn't be surprised there's going to be some damage with that coming up. Surprised that nobody spotted that yet. And it could be ebbing and flowing. You could get a funnel cloud, it comes up and down. So around that area, that could be.
The National Weather Service is saying it's noisy, so that's why they haven't confirmed.
Yeah,
it
makes sense. It is, and we say noisy. You could see that where the radar site is around Echo. It's so close to the site to the south. It's very fragmented. It's really hard to get a good clean scan, but we can tell obviously from a couple of those scans that gave us velocity scans, which kind of show us inside the storm.
Now they're going to go radar confirmed.
Yeah, radar confirmed tornado. So here it comes.
So it'll change pink.
There it is, pink now. There you go. So we're right on it. Called it before it even officially happened there. So there you go. Good scanning. Cody's great at getting that radar right where I needed it and caught that site on there. So Kirkland Crossroads down to Sylvan Grove, these areas south. Again, if you're watching and tuning in YouTube, the news viewing area, we have some severe thunderstorms moving into areas of Webster, Clay, Quitman, Randolph, but nothing of serious concern right now. We haven't seen anything, but we'll jump right back up when we do. But we do have a tornado right now confirmed, and we saw it on the radar scan. Not saying that a human being saw it, but it was confirmed definitely because we saw the debris. It could have picked up some trees leading up to that. Now it's in a bit more populated area. So County Road 14, we told you this earlier, seek shelter, and at County Road 79 if you're tracking along with us, I would seek shelter immediately. Even north of that, County Road 7, I think that's 70, I think it's 73.
73.
Yeah, 73, I would certainly, right along that south of 73, I would seek shelter. This is noisy, as Cody said, but it looks like there could be still a little debris. It looks like it was a little concentrated there south of Sylvan Grove. And that is moving towards County Road 21. And as it continues down there, that's going to be an issue there as well. And we'll keep an eye on that. And that continues to move off to the east towards Headland and then eventually through Haleburg and Georgia's Alabama State Route 95. I keep saying Georgia, Alabama. If you're in Clay County, on the northern part of this, we're under severe thunderstorm warning, which includes Quitman, Clay. So if you're in Georgetown, it's right over you now. But if you're in Cuthbert, strong winds expect, and even in Benevolence, Shellman area as well, as it moves off to the east, and then eventually going into Sumter County northeast of you. And that's what we're looking at now. So I think, if anything, this is looking more like just nothing but wind. And we haven't had any confirm of wind actually reaching 60 miles an hour. We've been clocking 30 to 40, but it's a broad area, so it doesn't take much to topple trees. In the News 3 viewing area, anywhere in East Alabama, you are clear of any severe threat. So any Alabamians watching for News 3, just the News 3 folks, I'm not talking about the folks farther south that we're just tracking a tornado. News 3 folks, you know who you are. You're clear in East Alabama. That's some good news. Okay, for our viewers that are daily viewers on News 3, but our viewers here on YouTube, we're going to be tracking it for you. So if we see Chattahoochee County clear now, pardon me, Stewart County, southern Stewart, you're still seeing some of that. Richland, you still got a little bit more energy, but anywhere ahead of this line is what we're watching. So if we were to watch Randolph County, 140 Cuthbert, Oglethorpe coming up to 2 o'clock, Plains and Americus coming up before 2, which is about a half hour. Dawson, about 14 after. And by the time it gets to Unadilla, to Hawkinsville, that's out of our area. It's moving eastward at that point. So this is all going to be over with by 2:30 Eastern time for the News 3 viewing area, which is great news. So
they did not continue that warning. They went special weather statement or significant weather advisory.
Which means gusts up to 40 miles an hour at the most, if we even get that along the line. We haven't seen that. So that's some good news for you folks there. So, yeah, very straight linear. See, from Butler, Taylor County, Buena Vista, it is now east of you, the wind threat. So, Buena Vista, you're good. Ellaville, though, in Sly County, you're going to see some gusts that are negligible, maybe up to 20 right now. But with a significant or strong thunderstorm alert, there could be some wind gusts. But really, this is a heavy rain and a lot of lightning. That's it right now. So, that's some great news, great takeaways. East Alabama. We're cleared. We did have a couple reports of lightning striking a tree. US 280, trees down along US 280 in Opelika. Hail reported in Shiloh, Harris County, pea-sized. And that's all we have right now. I mean, and that is a good story. So that's the perspective as it moves off to the east. So we don't have much more to discuss. I'm going to walk off camera and see anybody on YouTube channel, Cody, if they have any concerns or questions. Yeah, Fort Novasol, we talked about that. Serena Sazi. It should be good. North of Dothan, northeast of Dothan is what we're looking at. That, yes, it is a Columbus station, JD. We're in Columbus, Georgia. That is correct. Marion County, it's clearing up on Georgia State Road 355. It's just another granny. But thank you, just another granny saying 355. Marion County is now clear, and that's what we're seeing too on the radar, as you can see right now. Yeah, it's good. Still got a good chunk of folks tuning in. And again, it's anywhere east, southeast of our counties that we're looking at. So all of East Alabama is clear for the rest of today, and you'll be clear until next weekend. How about that one? That's good news to report on. A lot of folks, Lee County, you're not on spring break, but those were there on spring break, like Harris County and that, it looks good. You can see where it's clearing. Anywhere ahead of that line is what we're watching, as Cody has, and for the most part, we're looking good. Just Clay County and Randolph County, we got the threat of seeing some strong storms. We have the confirmed tornado in Headland now, and that was confirmed by Doppler, embedded along the whole severe thunderstorm line. And Newville, I would seek shelter from strong winds, but it's so close to the site, it's very hard now southeast of Fort Novasol, and it's that area of the radar.
They're going to issue one south of Dothan.
They will issue one south
right
of
here
Dothan.
on the Ross
There you
Clark
go.
Circle.
Yeah, we could see it. Yeah, Ross Circle. We're seeing maybe a little tornado trying to form.
I believe that's the name of it, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Yep. Right, yep, the Ross Circle. And so JD, southwest of downtown Dothan, but it's still the Dothan area. So JD, stay with us north of Mullins, right along Alabama 52 where it intersects here, right around the circle, southwest of Dothan. Be ready. And that would likely, that's going to cross areas of 431 coming straight down the center where it comes dead center in Dothan right now. And that's where we had that tornado warning right now. And Dothan's included in a tornado warning because it isn't a Dothan proper. So Dothan, you are under warning, JD, and that's why we're telling you to stay with us and just in time right there. So that's why we said that. And that's looking like it's tightening up a little bit, Cody. And if you're in the Culverts area, Webb, Enon, Smyrna, Edens Road, US 84, seek shelter immediately right around the Haven. It's east of Haven Drive. It's headed right towards you, like almost like right now, seek shelter. South Park Avenue, it is just right over you. It's just moved right over you, the Doppler indicated tornado. And it looks like it's got some winds. It's tightening up a little bit here. So downtown Dothan, be ready. There could be a potential tornado here. So there you go. I don't think we'll be able to get a debris signature on that. It might be hard to do. Yeah, it is hard to do, but we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. And anyway, so tornado warning including Dothan, confirmed earlier in the Headland area. That area, of course, right along 431, US 431, still potential tornado with that, even though it looks like it lifted back up. We got to stay with it until we see the genesis of that line, and then eventually moving towards Haleburg, Columbia, and then Blakely, those areas, Georgia. So that's going obviously across the state line. Barber County, you're clear. Stewart, you're almost clear. All of East Alabama, again, you're clear. And into Georgia counties, we're still seeing Buena Vista clear now. Chattahoochee County clear. Stewart County's Lumpkin, you're not clear. You still got some good wind gusts, and I would stay there. Richland, you're not clear. Preston, you're not clear. Weston, you're not clear. Plains and Americus, you're not clear. And Ellaville, you're not clear. And so we still got some time there. Buena Vista, you're clear. But Ellaville, southeastward, you're not. Butler, it's right over you, so you're clearing right now. And there was really no major threat there. Tornado possible in the areas around Covington, Georgia, Jackson, Monticello, Eatonton, Greensboro. Where is that as we get out? That's a pretty good line. Could you track that all the way to Milledgeville? Just curious, central Georgia. See how that, you have to really pull out farther than that.
Right there just south of the...
There it is. Could you track that for me, Cody, just to end that line? And let's look at that real quick. And that'll give us an idea how fast that line is moving. So that is coming all the way from Forsyth.
They're saying 65.
60, that's moving quickly. So let's see, that is picked up big time. So you may want to change those times. I had 37 there, wasn't there? That was old. So it's accelerating this line as it continues to move, and that puts it around 211. So that's 136. So let's say the top of the hour through central Georgia. It gives you kind of a rough idea. Let me go back over here and see in our YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, JD says thanks. He said, I'm actually west of that. He says, I'm reading this on TVY. So they're watching TVY and some of our Dothan station. Rucker Boulevard, it crossed the Bull Weevil Circle, and it went near Fort Novosel, which, yeah, we saw that. Power's back on in Hurtsboro. So folks in East Alabama, that's good news. It could have been a downtree. Something real just shook the power line. And Nathan Dewberry, is there supposed to be any tornadoes in Americas? I can't say that, but it doesn't look that way. The history of this. Yeah, Dothan may have a tornado debris signature. So Dothan, this is a big deal. We have our TV station down there. We're going to be watching Dothan. So yeah, it's still hard for us to detect. Well, let's see. Cody's rolling that back. We may have a little bit of debris there southeast of Dothan, Cody. It's real tight. So yeah, that could be some.
I mean, that's where the rotation.
That's exactly where rotation is. So yeah, right around Eisenhower Street. So if you're in that area, seek shelter immediately, right around Glen Lawrence Road. And as JD said, just south of Cowart. So I would watch that US 84 over there corridor, Dothan. Yeah, come on in, and we're going to have come on in and have a seat. We're going to be able to take field questions with our intern from Columbus State University. Say who you are, introduce yourself.
My name is Alyssa Tialdi.
Yeah, there you go. And Alyssa's going to be taking your questions there, along with Chuck Williams. They're kind of watching this as well. So Dothan, we're a little concerned about that. We're watching Dothan.
Yeah, this has become very ragged.
Yeah, it's not much. So to answer the question of Americus, I don't see a tornado coming to Americus. I see you seeing wind gusts up to 20, maybe up to 40. It looks more significant and not severe. So that's the good news. So anybody in East Alabama are clear for the News 3 viewers. But anybody in West Central Georgia, you're clear now in Marion County. Stewart, like Lumpkin, you're seeing some more showers and storms coming your way, but these do not have any severe weather threat, or Richland. Sumter County, you're going to see some wind gusts. Preston, Webster, and County for Preston and Weston, you're going to see some showers and thunderstorms. You got a good little thunderstorm complex off to your west. That's it. Randolph County, looks like now. Quitman County, you're clear from anything that looks significant, but you're not in Clay County. Bluffton, Fort Gaines, you may see some strong winds, so we're watching that. Randolph, you're not clear yet. Shellman, you're not. In Sumter County, Plains and Americus, you're not. And Sly County, Ellaville, you're not. But Taylor, Talbot counties, you guys are starting to clear. I don't see much organization there. But that's where we're looking at right now. And see anything yet? Alyssa, anybody questions? So we're clear right now. We could go right back down. Probably go back down to
Dothan?
Dothan. Let's see what Dothan's doing here. And we'll revisit that. I'm surprised Dothan doesn't have, they still got this tornado warning. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's what you want it to do.
Maybe that wasn't debris.
Yeah, it didn't look like, yeah, it could have been. I think the radar sites, we're getting kind of deked out here. Sometimes it fools a meteorologist a little bit, so we have to watch it. But I think the tornado warning is appropriate, but let's just hope not. JD gave us some playback, but he hasn't heard or seen anything down there. But to the north, like Headland, that's going to be expiring out. I don't even think they're going to continue that. But Haleburg, I would still, the nature of that line, still got some strong gusts. I can see some good little reflectivity here. It looks like it's very linear now, all the way down to Alabama State Route 52, eventually moving into Columbia, which would be Alabama 95. So I think we should be good right now. All that looks like it's pretty straight line as it moves off to the east, and that is it. But again, that tornado warning that was confirmed, we did see debris with that around Headland, north of Dothan, obviously, at that time. And then Dothan, we picked up a little debris signature. We're still seeing some weak circulation here around Helen Street and between Ashford, between US 84 and 52. That's what we're looking at, potential tornado right now. And it's still kinked along that line, Cody, and it looks like it's starting to lose around the Cowarts area in that neighborhood. But if you're in the Ashford neighborhood, Webb, Sigma, all the way down towards Pansy, Philadelphia, and Columbia, this is all in Alabama. You guys, you should probably just start getting in a safe spot. Just get in a safe spot if you're checking us out here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, but ask questions and give us some feedback if you'd like to add some perspective. Anybody on the News 3 viewing side, you guys are pretty much clear, but we're not out of Sumter County yet. We're going to get up to that if we need to.
We finally got the watch to be cleared. Troop, Meriwether, Harris, Talbot, Muskogee, Chattahoochee.
As we were just telling you guys. And all, I would assume, are East Alabama. Did they clear them all yet?
That expired at 1 o'clock.
Okay, good. So you guys are almost pretty good here, coming up in about 19 minutes, which we could tell you it's already east of you, so you're good. This is well south of the News 3 viewing area and southwest, and it's been all wind. So that last couple scans, now Dothan is clear. So if you're in Dothan right now, the tornado threat's clear from you. This is all east of you now, so that's some good news. This other one coming out of Headland, you're clear. Haleburg, I don't think they're going to continue that. I would doubt it. What was once a confirmed tornado there, and we don't see it anymore. So I'm sure they're going to clear that shortly. And everywhere north, it looks like it's nothing but some showers and storms at this point, headed towards Randolph County. Okay, so and we go northward. That's about it. So at this point, we'll watch that. That should be expiring here in about 3 minutes. The confirmed tornado around Headland, which is actually the Dale-Henry County area in Alabama. And I think that should expire.
Other than that, not too much.
Yep. And you could take us up to the north. I think we're looking good. And And let's just see what
Yeah,
we got.
the only areas under a severe thunderstorm warning in the news reviewing area is Clay County and now parts of Randolph County. I would call Quitman County, you're done. So we're still got the showers to come through parts of the southern part of Clay County, Bluffton, Sutton's Corner, Zeto, even the city of Fort Gaines, Coleman, Cuthbert, Shellman. You guys are still yet to see any rain. And then up here towards Sumter County, still the rain not yet to you guys, but it'll probably be well below severe limits. Hardly anything, probably mustering up 20 miles per hour at best with this. Ellaville seeing some heavy rainfall up US 19 all the way to Butler. Again, this is below severe limits, and then we get out of the news reviewing area through Roberta, through Crawford County, through Forsyth in Monroe County. All of this is out of the news reviewing area, and then up here towards the north, we have a very somewhat of a kind of a whack-a-mole situation with these spin-up tornadoes coming on this line echo wave pattern here, where you just get little circulations right there along the line. So that's why they have tornado possible for that warning stretching all the way up into parts of Athens, even up here through Athens, Georgia, is under that warning for potential tornado development within that line of storm. So this is what we call a quasi-linear convective system that has potential for spin-up tornadoes within the line. That's why we get. That's how we get that name, and that's why we have tornado possible. It is somewhat kind of impossible to warn every little spin up along the line. That's why they tag it just tornado possible with the thunderstorm warning, but not seeing anything too substantial. And across the news reviewing area, again, the only area under a severe thunderstorm warning is down here towards the south, and still some of these wind gusts are still pretty negligible and can't hardly get anything up around 20-25 miles per hour. That's about it. Could bring down some weakened trees, but overall nothing too severe across the news reviewing area.
Okay, great. And that's some good news. We want to make sure everybody sees that, and we want to keep you updated on that as well. And again, as this comes through, we're doing really good. Thanks for sharing and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Want to let some folks know Marion County said nothing but winds right now. I forgot who that was at Marion County, the name? Revelation. I like that, Revelation. You're revealing to us that there's nothing but wind right now. So thank you, Revelation, for Marion County. And as we said, that's starting to clear. Dothan is out. You could see where Ashford is. Webb, you guys are clear. It's really moving towards Columbia and Gordon, once again, in Houston County. And you know, as far as Dothan, you're clear. Clear from any tornado threat. So even though the warning polygon's there, it's already east of you. As Cody has pointed out, Randolph County, still seeing it. Cuthbert, it's right almost on top of you, just to the west of you. And it's moving off to the east here, as you could see. And then eventually to the north. Stewart County, you guys are clear right now. And it's just moving towards Sumter. Sumter, I think you're just going to pretty much have some showers and storms, thunderstorms, with winds gusting to 30 or 40. So that's it. And that's what we're looking at right now, as we're looking at this track. We continue it. In fact, I want Cody to continue updating on it. I was going to say, could you bring me to, I could go back to Central Georgia. And we're at 67 on it still, too, the track.
On that northern part,
Gotcha, yeah. Let me put it on there. That's where it's bowing out. And when you see that, that's where it's accelerating. And so, there you go. And let's put it in here and just see it. So it's moving quickly through here as well. You can see that whole line. So the northern portion of this, if you're in Central Georgia, we're looking at this line certainly bringing in some strong gusts here. No question about it. So here we go. And just sending some people some images here that want to be updated. And there we go. We'll put that on there like that. And there we go. Boom. So we end up doing that. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Okay, so the Athens area and areas east of Atlanta, the Atlanta metro area is clear right now. And again, we were talking about early Henry County, off to the east part of that, getting more towards almost not quite the Florida state line, but that's about how far south that stronger portion is. And our southernmost counties we're looking at, if you were in Webster, you're Sly. I would even say Sly, you're okay. It's just all thunder and heavy rain. If you're in Richland, it's just a good old thunderstorm there coming down. Wind goes up to 40 is all we see, Cody. And now it's just, I would say Quitman, you guys are clear too. Clay, you're not clear altogether yet, and neither is areas of course, Randolph County. So Randolph and Clay counties in our news reviewing area in Sly, still going to see some strong wind gusts. Plains in America, she still will, but you're not under a warning at all at this time, which is a good sign.
Yes, and even that tornado down towards the south looks to have weakened as well.
So here to inform you, the good news takeaway is that this has been good. This has been in and out. We really fared well on this, considering what you could look at days in advance, what a setup could be. So when we're weather aware, it's a setup. And again, we went, I want to say, unscathed. There was a couple reports of power outages and a couple trees down and no injuries. So that's great news, or any significant damage that we could see. So I always say that's a good story to take away with that. So it's perspective now. Just watching this before it exits out our southeast counties. We'll keep an eye out this for you. And the southern portion of that, Cody, it's obviously everything's training northeast, but that line seems to be a little bit shorter here.
Yeah, a little bit slower. Too. And it is moving, let's see, let's get a track on it. It is moving 45.
45, so it's a little bit slower. Still moving fast, I don't mean it like that, but considering where the BOAF goes to the north, so we advance that, we could probably, he's going to give us a 45 track on that. And this is going to pretty much tell us what's going on for the rest of our southern counties. So let's give it to Shellman, for example. So Shellman will be about 2 o'clock, so within 10 minutes. And Cuthbert is coming up here right now. It's over Cuthbert, like, as we speak. So it's right there. And in Leslie, if you go as far east as Leslie and Leesburg, that comes up almost about 2:30, and then it's pretty much out. And that would also include Sumter to the north, which you guys in Sumter County and Webster County, not leaving Webster County out. Sly County, you're clear, and Taylor and Talbot counties as well, and west central Georgia. There you go. I'll continue to watch that. Anything else? Anybody ask any questions or anything? Nothing new. Okay, good. And what we're totally up to there, people peeking in and peeking out. I was trying to find what that is up there. I was just curious. Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah. So, so the good news is, you folks, on this Monday, some are on spring break, some are not. We fared well with this. There's only been some minor damage and no injuries, no destructive damage we know of. North of Dothan, we had a confirmed tornado. We saw it. It was some debris with it. But the city of Dothan could have had a little bit of a weak tornado, but we haven't had any reports of that. JD said he hasn't heard anything, and I think that's some good news for Dothan. Dothan's clear, but you could see Randolph County and our viewing area is now under that warning. We're going to be watching that. In Americus, it looks very uneventful. But coming out of Webster County, in Sly County, you can see Sly, Ellaville, it's just past you. So Ellaville's clear now. Ellaville's clear. And Preston and Webster, you're seeing this in Webster County through Weston. It should be pretty much just thunderstorm activity for you. That's it. It's to the south of Randolph County is what we're looking at this point. And you haven't seen much more than that. So I think all these severe thunderstorm watches will start to expire rapidly too, Cody.
Yes, and we've already had a portion expired earlier. So clay equipment in Randolph goes until 6. Everybody else is until 7, if not expired before then.
Good, yeah. And it looks like southeast Georgia still, there's some areas around Florida. The Big Bend of Florida could probably see potentially some strong storms here coming up this afternoon. But if anybody knows someone down there, but I think that's it, like Apalachicola, Steinhatchee, these areas here. All right, let's see. We're coming back here. I'm just looking at this, so that's some good news. See a couple pictures here. It looks like in Sonoy, Georgia, north, there's been some trees down.
Sonoy?
Yeah, Sonoy. What did I just say? Sonoy? Sonoy. We call it Sonoy in upstate New York, but Sonoy is trees down on some of these roads up through these areas. It's called Chestlehurst Road. So just looking at the history of the storm, in emergency management in Walton County, some power outage, trees down on a vehicle, but no word if there's any injuries or not. So the Rockdale County update, emergency management said there too, power lines and trees down. So it looks like north has really got hit the hardest, is what we're seeing, a lot of damage up there. But that's it. In going over towards areas around Birmingham, we'll take a look here. and they're not saying too much over here as well. It looks like some hail reports. Right around the Salem community, you see this area, you can see some of that as well.
Yeah, that was where that hail came from.
Yeah, the hail came down. So that's a pretty good hail spike on that too. But that's probably what we would say, maybe just small golf ball sized hail, like in that area. So there was some hail, brief hail. And again, all the damage definitely farther north and south. So we fared quite well in that regard. That's some better news to report. We'd like to hear that. That's great. Good news. Considering the time of day, what do we have for you?
Locust Grove, Naples.
Oh, Locust Grove. Locust Grove. Take a look at Locust Grove real quick. I don't see anything up there, but they did get hit pretty hard earlier. Let's just see.
This thing's slow now.
Yeah. We gotta have to. What's going to happen? Our
Rain.
computers rain right now. But earlier, Locust Grove had. I didn't see anything. You guys did have that severe thunderstorm warning, but Locust Grove, I don't think you had any damage. It could have been because the leading edge of that was strong. And you're underneath that tornado possible, but that was it. But Locust Grove, you're clear right now. You were clear from the worst of it, unless less pending there was any damage, which we haven't seen anything yet. That's what we're looking at as it heads towards Jackson. The Griffin area, Georgia's good.
You got
Alpharetta, you can go to Alpharetta, go north of Atlanta's clear. Right now they're clear, but Alpharetta did have that same line. But I didn't see anything with that earlier. So Alpharetta, you guys are clear right now. So that's good news there. Sandy Springs, Roswell, all those areas are clear right now, all north of Atlanta. So that's some good news. Norcross is even clear. Lawrenceville's clear. Snellville, it's just moving out towards northeast Georgia right now. That whole line, you could see it, how it's kinked around there. So here's the area we're looking at. We'll highlight it here for you. And if you're in this area with a circle, this viewing area, that's it. That is all that's left right there for our viewing area. So that would include southern, southeast portion of Sly County, all of Sumter still in it, and we're looking at least central and eastern Randolph County and southeast portion of Clay County, and that's it. And then it's out of the news viewing area. And I think at this point, it's nothing but just going to be some strong wind gusts. Anybody else asking any questions? You're still good? And thanks for staying with us here. You know, the folks that are with us here, appreciate that. And you just wanted to be informed today. Keep this channel for future storms. In fact, I would say if you want to come back and visit us again, for the folks that are out there, 110 of you or whatever that's listening now, stay with us for this weekend. I would say just watch for the stream this weekend, possibly Sunday, Monday of next week too. It could be a week from today. There's a setup, but it's too soon to tell. And you know, while you're there, hit the bell for
Subscribe.
For notifications too. You can hit the bell for notifications and subscribe, Cody said too as well. So hit the bell for notifications because it'll alert you, basically. Ding. So it'll give you that little ring-a-ding there. So it'll help you a little bit, which is good. But that's it so far. So that's some good news. Columbus State University, clear for any storms, because we had somebody who wanted to know. Did you want to know as well? It wasn't you, yeah. Were you wanting to get out of class today? Of course, everybody would like that. But there you go. The severe thunderstorm warning continues for the rest of Randolph County, Clay, Early, and Henry County too, as it exits out of there. And that tornado warning is, even though it has like a northeast trajectory, I think it wouldn't even hit Bluffton. I doubt it. I doubt it. It's well south of there. So that's what we're looking at right now. So we're pretty much safe to say we're clear for the rest of this. There you go. There's a big picture of it. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and track this for you in Shulman. Get the counties that when I track now, just know that there could still be some gusty winds, and we're going to do all this at about 45. That Cody has anything. Sly County, you guys are clear of any threat. And same thing, I would even say for Sly County too. You guys are okay. Sly's clear, and of course, we said Marion County's clear. In Webster County, still got some storms, but you're pretty much clear, I would, for the main thing here. And let's go down like this. I'm going a little bit farther south too, but just like that. So planes coming up at just a couple minutes from now. It's headed towards you, obviously, and it's nothing but showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Blakely, 2 o'clock, same thing. Dawson, 23 minutes after, it would be nothing more than that in Morgan and Milford. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes here, and we're just going to go ahead and we'll let the radar roll out, and we would jump in if there's anything. But I think that's what we're going to do right now. We're not concerned to sit here to have to tell you, but let's leave the radar stream up for all you guys that are out there. We'll pop in until this is out of the viewing area if anything significant right now. But remember to submit and hit the bell before you do, because that'll give you subscribe and hit the bell while you're there, because in the future you'll be able to get that, especially a week from today if there's anything, or Sunday, Monday time period. You guys have a super week. The rest of the forecast coming up, the first alert forecast is looking really good. That's some great news. And News 3 at 5 will be live on News 3 at 5 for Central. So we'll see you then. And speaking for meteorologist Cody Nickel, we're going to send him home to get some R&R, and he'll be back tomorrow morning. And I'll be here for the rest of the afternoon. We'll just keep an eye on it. We're going to keep streaming this until this moves out of the warning polygon. And you guys have a terrific day, and I'll let you know if I come back in here if there's anything to be alerted on. Have a great day, and thanks for staying with us. Welcome, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Bob Jeswald. Thank you for staying with us this afternoon. There's quite a few folks that came in here, and for a few of you guys, there's still several dozen watching. We're looking at this wrapping up right now. Confidence level is pretty good. As far as if you're in areas around Shellman, it's right over you now, so you're clear. Moving towards like Leesburg and Albany, Georgia, coming up in the next 45 minutes for the folks here. But for the news reviewing area, and seeing this certainly behave in a more, we say, linear fashion. It's not producing anything that would be life-threatening, and the good news is this is moving out here. So, again, thank you for staying with us. Stay with us to subscribe, hit the bell right there. If you could do that for us, subscribe, hit the bell. You can share the WRBL YouTube channel where we have our live portion and other videos that are out there as well. I wanted to let you know next Sunday potentially could be a severe weather setup. It's still a little ways out to see will it come late Saturday, will it come more early Sunday, will it come late Sunday. But Sunday looks like the time that it might hit. It's been consistent. So wait for this weekend. Stay with us again. And if you subscribe and like us here, we appreciate that. And one more note before we let you go as we continue to track this out of Randolph County. We have an update coming up at 5 o'clock on News 3. That's on the TV side of things. And you want to check out on any of your apps to find out where we're at. Love to see you there. Guys, have a great day. This was a very good event. We only had some minor damage and no injuries that we can hear of right now. But we're going to be probably hearing more about that tornado that was north of Dothan, but it looked like it was in a rural area. Okay, have a good, safe rest of your week. Thank you.